A filthy betrayal after elimination warfare. I'm Chris Charlton, and this is Finish Strong for the week of May 14th, 2021. We are just days away from Tom Lawlor making his first defense of the Strong Openweight Championship against Chris Dickinson on May 28th on Strong. Tonight saw an elimination tag team main event with a shocking finish, but the night all started with singles action, as the debuting AJZ took on Rocky Romero. The fresh-faced and self-proclaimed golden boy AJZ used his clear size to control Rocky Romero at the bell, but his arrogance was misplaced as Rocky took his opponent to school with a headlock. Then AJZ would get the upper hand in underhanded fashion with a pop-up elbow and then raking the eyes and the nose of Rocky. AJZ would again go to the eyes when Rocky was firing back and delivering shots to the arm, and a slingshot DDT would get him a near fall. Romero would score with an arm breaker and a kick over the ropes for two, before a pump handle slam would get another near fall for AJZ. A gourd buster again almost did it for the impressive youngster, but Rocky's veteran instincts led to a backslide to get him a narrow victory. Tag team action was next on the agenda as El Phantasmo and Hikuleo faced off against familiar rivals in Lio Rush and Fred Rosser, respectively. Next week on NJPW Strong, Rosser and Hikuleo collide in a no disqualification main event. So the suntan Superman wanted Hikuleo, but got Phantasmo instead. When Rosser and Rush were sick of the Bullet Club mind games, a tope con hilo was the result, and then Rush finally had his hands on Phantasmo. The man of the hour worked fast to misdirect ELP, and Rosser would follow up with some hard hits. Rosser and Rush had the perfect mix of speed and power, with Phantasmo under full control until a Hikuleo trip from the floor changed the tide of the match. Hikuleo manhandled Fred Rosser, but the young gun wished that he could stop the chop when a stinging blow missed its target and got Phantasmo instead. That opened the door for Rush to come in with a ball of energy and a Spanish fly before a double team for two. As Hikuleo and Fred Rosser brawled outside of the ring, Phantasmo wanted to end things on Lio Rush once and for all. The CR2 was countered into a Hurricanrana, and then Phantasmo wanted the knockout blow that is sudden death. Instead, he fell into the clutches of Rush Hour for the 3 count. Yet even as the bell rang, this issue was not over. A post-match brawl, giving Strong fans a preview of what's to come next week in our main event. The main event this week, though, was an elimination tag team battle, as Team Filthy took on Brody King, TJP, Carl Fredericks, and Clark Connors. The entrances to this match told a story all on its own. Chris Dickinson entering alone before the rest of Team Filthy, including Strong Openweight champion Tom Lawlor. And then on the other side, an all-new look for the wild rhino that is Clark Connors. But it was Carl Fredericks starting the match opposite Lawlor. The Strong champion showed his experience edge on the mat against Fredericks, but a high cross from the Alpha Wolf caught the champion off guard. After tags on both sides, TJP and Danny Limelight quickened the pace, and TJP was able to connect very fluidly with his teammates, but he would be pulled off the top rope, and Team Filthy took over on TJP. A blockbuster would get 2, and Limelight would provide signature fast and innovative offense before a swinging DDT would bring Brody King in. The super heavyweights Brody and Kratos collided, and Brody King wanted a cannonball in the corner, but a momentary distraction from the floor by Limelight allowed Kratos to dump Brody King over the top rope for the first elimination of the match. Carl Fredericks found himself isolated and in a 4-on-3 disadvantage before Limelight went for the symbiote DDT and was thrown off again over the top rope to the floor, leading to the second elimination. Fredericks brought the fight to Tom Lawlor, and then, just when it seemed he would be on the receiving end of a punishing double team, was able to send Chris Dickinson into his May the 28th opponent Lawlor, sending him crashing to the floor and giving his team a 3-on-2 edge. But that edge proved to be a momentary one. When Carl Fredericks found himself on the apron, he was pulled off to the floor by Limelight out of the view of the referee, and a controversial call by referee Jeremy Marcus evened the score. JR Kratos was legal opposite Clark Connors. Wild Rhino or no, Connors had to bring the fight to a super heavyweight competition and speared Kratos out of his boots, but the follow-up tag team was countered, and Connors found himself crashing into TJP who went to the floor to be eliminated. Moments later though, a low bridge from Connors would send JR Kratos tumbling over the top rope and brought this elimination contest down to one-on-one, Clark Connors and Chris Dickinson. Both men got near falls with a vertical drop brainbuster for Dickinson and a hard power slam and spear from Connors, until both men found themselves in a precarious position on the apron. In the end, a Dickinson boot sent Connors out and gave Team Filthy the elimination victory. But moments later,
your winner,
this happened.
Danny Limelight, JR.
Dickinson got the win for Team Filthy before apparently finding himself ejected from Team Filthy completely. In 2 weeks' time, Chris Dickinson challenges Tom Lawler for the Strong Openweight Championship and has no allies at all in his former teammates. But perhaps he has an ally in Brody King, and could this be the start of Violence Unlimited on NJPW Strong? In 2 weeks' time, Lawler, Dickinson, will the Filthy era continue on Friday nights, or will Chris Dickinson make sure that Tom Lawler's reign is a short one next week? It's a no disqualification main event as Fred Rosser and Hikuleo finally settle a score that's been running all year. Catch all the action Friday, 10 Eastern, 9 Central on the king of sports streaming services, njpwworld.com. That's it. We've finished strong for another week. Until next time, go kigenyo. Sayonara.